Hello everybody, Bruce Delacourt here with a short video on embedding PHP code on a web page. Now, before you get started, make sure that XAMPP or whatever PHP stack you're using is up and running on your PC or Mac. I'm using XAMPP for Windows here, and as you can see, Apache is green, it started, and it is running on my PC. Secondly, you don't need MySQL up and running on your PC or Mac at this time because we're not going to be using it for a few weeks. So make sure that's not running. If you want to keep it running, perfectly cool. Don't worry about it. So I'm going to minimize the XAMPP control panel, and I am in Sublime Text, which happens to be the text editor that I'm using. And I'm on a totally blank document at this point, totally blank file. And I'm going to introduce you to PHP tags. Now, here is a simple PHP tag in a document. You'll notice that we don't have any HTML information in this document at that time. Just keep note of that. Now, here are a set of PHP tags. And inside of these PHP tags, we're going to be putting PHP code. Now, before I get started, I want to show you a couple of things here. I am going to just type in some text here, hello world, okay? And I'm going to put in here some PHP code. Don't mind what this PHP code is right now, but just notice that I have a line of text, and then I have a single PHP tag right here, and a closing PHP tag here on line 2. Okay, got that? Now I'm going to save this document in my htdocs folder. Okay, so let me go there. So htdocs, let me see where I put it. You know, it's always one of those things, right? Oh, there's the shortcut. And I'm going to create a new folder for purposes of demos. And I'm going to call it demos. And inside of demos, I'm going to save this file. I'm going to call it hello world.html. And there I save the file. And now I'm going to launch Chrome and go into a new tab once Chrome launches. And I'm going to type in, let's see, I'm going to type in localhost. And then the folder name, I called it demos. And I'm just going to hit enter there. And now you can see I have the hello world.html file there, and I'm going to click on it. So you see hello world, right? You see the text that we put in the file, but we're not seeing any of the PHP stuff. Okay, so let's take a look at that. View PHP source. So if you look here, up in the upper left-hand corner, we do see hello world, and we do see the PHP code here. Okay, now let me explain one thing, and I'm going to go back to Sublime Text to explain this to you. The name of this file is hello world.html, okay, .html. So when the server gets the request for this HTML file, it's going to simply send back whatever it sees in the document, okay, whatever it sees in the file, which happens to be a line of text and a line of more text, because it doesn't know what to do with these types of tags. The browser doesn't display them because it really doesn't know what they are. So hold that thought for a minute. I'm now going to save this file as hello world. I don't know why I put the exclamation point. Actually, hello world.php. Notice the extension now. I'm going to save it. I'm going to go back to Chrome, and I'm going to close this window, and I'm going to change the, actually, let me just go back to the folder here so you can see. I'm going to refresh. I have two files, the HTML file that we looked at before and the PHP file that we have now. So now I'm going to click on hello world.php, and wow, I see the text here, and I see that that PHP code got processed, interpreted by the PHP server, and it sent back a whole bunch of stuff, which happens to be HTML, as you can see here. I did a view page source, right? So when the server gets a request for a PHP file, it interprets the PHP code, the stuff in the file, which can contain, as you saw here, right, regular text, and I could put HTML markup in here if I wanted to, just to show you, right? I could put some paragraph tags in there, right? I could put a heading here, right? I could put an H1 here, demo 1, right? And again, I'll save it. I'll go back to Chrome, and I'll refresh the page. I'll just hit enter, and you can see that I now have the H1, and we have probably some paragraph tags around this, right? Which we do, okay? And that's what it's doing, right? The server, when it gets this PHP file, it starts reading through each and every line, and when it gets to something that has a PHP tag in it, it stops. Well, it doesn't stop. It then says, oh, whoa, yo, I got to take the code that's in between these tags and do something with it, run it, process it, okay? And in this case, it ran the PHP info function and returned all that stuff you saw in the browser, okay? Now, you can have one set of PHP tags or as many PHP tags as you want. And just to show you, to finish off this demo, right, I'm going to put in here a set of PHP tags, and I'm going to echo out some text. I'm going to say hello world, okay? I'm going to say hello world, and I'm going to go back here, and I am going to hit enter, and we need to scroll down all the way to the bottom, right, to find that hello world, because it comes after that set of PHP tags that has the PHP info function running. Okay, so let's go way to the bottom here. Way to the bottom, and there it is, hello world. So I'll leave you here with this simple demo, and then we'll continue on in another video showing some more great stuff on PHP.